I don't want Disney adapting Legends lore, and I would prefer them to create original stuff for two reasons. One, it would give creators a better creative freedom, and two, it would stop butchering stories that are already established. So I completely agree with this take. Star Wars has been around for nearly 50 years at this point, and since then, the franchise has been expanding through additional storylines that are shared through books, comics, TV shows, spin-off movies, etc. When Disney bought Lucasfilm in 2012, they wanted to create brand new stories and build their own unified storyline. And so, hundreds of these stories became what we know nowadays as Legends. And the only projects that survived this rebrand are the movies and the Clone Wars show. Now, I honestly find it sad what Disney did to these stories, but nowadays, I think I moved on from it, and I accept that these stories are not considered canon anymore. But hey, like I said, Disney did this to create brand new stories, right? So they did the sequel trilogy, some spin-off TV shows and movies, and yeah, unfortunately, they did adapt some of these older stories too, but not in the way that you would think. Instead of adapting storylines, they borrowed elements from these stories such as characters, concepts, and plot points. So, what was the point of rebranding Star Wars if they were going to reuse these Legends elements anyway? I'm all for creating brand new stuff, but using already established elements is just a strategy that I find lazy, and just there to build up hype surrounding these projects, and to attract older fans too. And yeah, Disney did create original stories, let's not lie here. So they're not completely in the wrong. But the Star Wars franchise overall is a very tricky subject, because of how divided its fandom is. There are fans that are around since the first Legends books appeared, and there are fans that were born during the time the prequels were released, like myself. And so not every fan of this franchise has the same vision of what stories should be touched or not. And I can see why some people would like Legend stories to be adapted on screen or completely remade. But honestly, there's a risk that Disney butchers these projects, and that it ends up ruining the reputation that this older story had. And so, instead of relying on the past, I think Disney should create brand new stories and give a chance to inspiring artists and creators, which is what I think will make the franchise stay alive. And so yeah, I agree with this first hot take.